For someone who doesn't seek the spotlight, Ephraim Sykes sure has a way of stealing it.
I know you wanna leave me, but I refuse to let you go.
His turn as David Ruffin in Ain't Too Proud, the hit Broadway show about the life and music of the Temptations, earned him a Tony nomination.
Ephraim Sykes, Ain't Too Proud.
Something this Florida boy never dreamed of.
I had no interest whatsoever in Broadway, just because like I grew up in Florida, and we weren't really a town that like had Broadway shows coming through it, you know what I mean?
But with music and dance ingrained in his DNA, it was only a matter of time.
Here's the thing, you have more talent than any individual that I know, for real, like living today. So I'm so curious about, like, with people like you, what was growing up like? What was your household like?
I grew up in a household that was very, very, very musical. My dad's a pastor. My mother's a teacher, but also a gospel singer and a musician. She's the one that taught me how to play the drums. My dad was a pianist. He plays the trumpet, and we did everything in that house. I remember growing up on Saturday mornings and Sunday mornings. We always did our chores, and we had a stack of vinyls. My mom would pop some of these vinyls on. So it's just always music in our house, from the R&B to the Motown to gospel, everything. But yeah, for me, music was definitely the first love and is what pushed me into dancing. And I just kind of, once I got that bug, and I remember coming to New York for the first time when I was 15 years old, and dancing at Alvin Ailey. They have a summer intensive. And that was my first time I actually got to the place of feeling like, oh my God, I can maybe do this. That's something. People that look like me that are doing beautiful, elegant work. It reminded me of church because their movement and choreography can be so sort of spiritual as well as, and deep and just gorgeous. So I just went tunnel vision that direction.
I just want to talk about Ain't Too Proud. And I know we're skipping a whole bunch of stuff, but the significance of that show, for you, because, you've been at this for a minute, but to be in a cast, 5 Black male leads, to look out in that audience and to see a different audience as well. Like, right. I'm just curious, like, for you as a person, what did that do for you?
Oh man, talk about fulfilling. Talk about just, it's hard to put into words. Just really, like, again, thankful to the universe for this finally happening. Because, we all dream about stuff like that and hope for it and try to push for it and even advocate for it, but seldomly still doesn't happen like that. And to not only be up there, and I look to my left and my right, and I got 4 brothers next to me, and let alone the whole cast next to me, that we all, look alike. That in itself was powerful to do every night. And then to look out to the audience, and I see people that look like my families out there, and they're beaming with pride, and they know these stories, and this is part of our blood memories, we call them, a folklore, you know what I mean? And that, not to mention Otis Williams still being there all the time.
I know.
It's the crazy. I couldn't have written this myself. Like, if I would have written this as a child, you would have thought I was crazy. Like, oh, you're dreaming wildly to think that this is gonna happen,
Maybe he never dreamt of that role, or the ones in Memphis, Motown, Hairspray Live, even Hamilton. But his next is one he has been dreaming of his entire life. Ephraim's been cast as Michael Jackson in the upcoming Broadway show, MJ the Musical.
Give me 1 second. Hold on.
Okay.
Going from David Ruffin to your next role. How do you even go from playing one icon to then the king of pop?
I to tell you the truth, I'm still trying to figure out where to begin. It started off with just simply saying yes and accepting the fact that you've been asked to actually play Michael Jackson, which has been, of course, now that's always actually been a dream of mine. Like, because he was always my hero growing up. The reason I danced in the first place was because I saw him do it first. It's impossible to be Michael Jackson. There will never be another, right? We all know that. So I don't want to try to imitate or emulate him like that. I just have to start with, like, I remember what I literally felt like when I would watch him dance, or when I hear him speak, or you know what I mean, or I hear him sing, or all those kind of things, and then go from there with the research and like studying and getting the voice right and all. I'm having so much fun just going through all my favorite videos and doing a deep dive even into the book, so I know more about his life and his upbringing. It starts with the true love of him.
Wait, so can I hear it? It doesn't have to be singing, but can I hear your Michael Jackson voice?
I'm still working on it. With love. Everything's love.
I have so much love for you. You have no idea. And like, this role couldn't have happened to a better person. So
I really appreciate it. I really do. And it's such a joy to talk to you.